other accounts. I know you've got 3 accounts, man, but
there's 3 of me. Hey,
that feels like that sometimes because the stuff you send me on those 3 separate accounts actually gives me 3 completely different personalities. I feel like I'm talking to 3 separate people. Seriously.
You might be.
Could be. I could be. Well, welcome to Read This Way. Episode
67.
We're 67. Episode 67. And we are into it already. I mean, it's we've just been looking up some stuff on Twitter because there's been a bit of activity all over the place. And I don't know. Do you want to jump straight? Well, you know, we're gonna do news, right? We might maybe this week we'll talk about weeklies a little bit. We haven't done that for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And then we'll hit our favorite anime of the season. Last season. Sorry, not this season.
Yeah, and we'll talk about
maybe.
the.
I will. You
and
won't.
talk about the current standing of the newbies and how they're going and whether or not they've been dropped.
Man, the newbies aren't going anywhere this season. Well, one is, but not the others.
I think it's
yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
Welcome to Read This Way,
episode 67.
Where I am Logan Friange. I forgot I did that.
Oh man, this is going to be one of those episodes, isn't it?
I need to fix that.
No, that's fine. Just leave it.
Just leave it? Okay.
Yeah, just leave it. Cool. There's actually a couple of mangakas that are going on hiatus. Whether or not it's for the reasons that everyone's memeing about.
It's super funny. It's not even a meme. They've actually, like, the mangakas have actually come out and said this. Jesus. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's fascinating. Do you want to just head off the news with this because it's really interesting? Yeah. And to be honest, it's kind of spoilerish at the same time.
Oh yeah, I suppose it is.
So all those people
like
reading
3 weeks old now.
Yeah, I know, but all those people watching, Jujutsu Kaisen, not reading, but watching Jujutsu Kaisen, you might want to, I don't know,
just block your ears for like 10 seconds.
Or block your ears. So basically, there's a whole bunch of mangakas and the likes of that have gone on hiatus because of the most recent chapters of Jujutsu Kaisen. Which, if you're up to date, you know full well that there is a division between Gojo and his personalities.
Yeah, just like the fandom, split right down the middle.
It is. Or no, it's like horizontal, right?
That's a middle.
So basically, the shocking news that the mangaka of Jujutsu Kaisen has decided to completely destroy Gojo in one hit has off screen. We don't even get to see it. It's like you only see half of him in the next issue, and that's.
Like, honestly, it was really well done though.
When you think about it, that's the best way to do it. I feel like he's a character that's so established in popularity that to give him some sort of big giant showy farewell just didn't feel right because, to be honest, he didn't actually play that big a part in the manga. Think about it, right? The dude shows up OP in certain scenarios, and he's a big player to the plot, but not like a big player in the manga.
No, he trains up the kids. He's their Kakashi. Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
He palms them off to other people.
He trains Yuji.
Does he though?
Yeah.
Do
Gets
we
him to
see
watch a bunch of movies.
Do we see it?
Yeah. He's like, here, watch all of these horror movies.
Oh my god, it's so like it's just yeah, his character doesn't actually make sense to me. It's like it's like he wrote the plot to this story and like I got to be able to connect this stuff together. Maybe if I add a character that just does these things and the reason he can do those things is because of this done. Gojo just he feels like such a pasted in character. And if it wasn't for that like that backstory arc that was done after essentially the first season.
Oh yeah.
It's like the backpedaling thing. It's like, oh my god, this guy's an important character. I need to give him a backstory.
Oh shit.
And everything he's done in the past actually reflects on what's going to be happening in the future. I should probably, do something about that.
Should be right.
His character feels like the most backpedaling character I've come across in manga before. I don't know if you've come across anything quite as exaggerated as he is. Like he stands out like a sore thumb from everything else that's in that series.
What? No.
Yeah, I know. You're searching. You're thinking.
No. No. Nah.
No.
Nah.
You think he plays? I still think he plays in as just a plot point.
I mean,
people love him, but he's just a plot point.
Technically, all of them are. If you're gonna get real technical, they're all just plot points. It's all fiction, dude. I don't mean to burst your bubble.
Shut up. That's not what I'm pointing at. I'm saying that he's just there to make the story progress.
Yeah, so all the other characters.
No. So the other characters could happily live you look at them, and they could happily live their lives as they are. But the fact that Gojo is placed into that universe and into that
but he's not
is what he pushes forward. He pushes everything forwards. Yeah. Everything is pushed forwards because of him.
Yes,
but that's all he's there for.
No.
Yeah. That's all he's there for.
Mister, I haven't read the chapters for like a year at this point.
Enlighten me. You enlighten me like he's some sort of freaking messiah that
what? Nah, he's just the foil to Sukuna.
Is he though?
Yeah.
I mean, all half of him?
Yeah. One side's shiny, the other side's dull.
I see.
Foil.
So what's the dull up to?
It's on the ground.
We've seen the shiny part. So it's that thing has reflected and apparently made mangakas hiatus for a week or more because of it. It's kind of funny actually. It's kind of funny, and I love the fact that they are just as much manga nerds as the rest of us. This is the coolest part about all this is the fact that mangakas read just as much as we do, and they get invested just as much as we do. They're just people that are reading and doing the same thing. It's really cool. I think it's a really cool factor, but it's news nonetheless.
I thought it was hilarious.
It is. Let's not talk about Gojo anymore because he makes me angry.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't like him.
I think it's really funny that I've forgotten the mangaka's name. That he created him and he hates him and he was trying.
Oh my god, he's on the same wavelength as me.
Well, yeah, because he's overpowered and he's like, oh, shit.
He's overpowered. He's super pretty. He's everything you hate in that person that is like that.
He's like, how do I get rid of this character?
He's Superman.
Yeah.
right? He's essentially, it's Superman, which in English speaking comic terms, that's like the best looking guy who has the best powers, who is the nicest in the world. You're just like, I hate that guy. Why do I hate that guy? I hate that guy because he is too perfect. And you know what? The world is broken. The world is not perfect. There is no right and wrong. There's just gray, mushy stuff in between. So to have a character like Gojo or like Superman or like Captain America, just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but
It doesn't.
It's meant to reflect an ideal.
Yeah, I know, but that ideal doesn't exist. It's just a mental perception.
Yeah, it's an ideal. Yes.
Yes, but you can't apply that to a person. That's the problem with those characters. You can't apply them to a person because, yes, but All Might's also broken.
Yes.
Yeah. So
it's a broken ideal, right?
Yeah, but he himself is broken. Everything he has done and everything he has reflected on over the years is just as broken as the ideal that he stood for. He's the perfect Superman.
Because he's broken?
Because he understands how things have a balance. There's no good and bad. There's just people
doing good or bad things.
Yeah. Well, no, that's reflected upon the person viewing it. So this is oh my God, the semantics of this. This is such a rabbit hole. So basically, every time you see a superhero doing a good thing, hey, Nikki, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're doing a good thing. They're just doing the thing that they think is good. And what they think is good is not necessarily the thing that's good. Because the person who's next to them might think that what they're doing is a bad idea.
It's like,
does that make that still good and that other person wrong? Or does it make the other person just have an opinion?
You broke my arm when you saved me from trying to kill myself.
Yes. How dare you? I wanted to die. You saved me.
And caused me grievous bodily harm.
Was that a
It was the Incredibles.
Oh, the Incredibles. That's right. Oh man, that is the perfect superhero film right there. The Incredibles. You can't get any better than that.
That's great, man. It
is exceptional. Fantastic. Absolutely exceptional.
So going back to news.
Yeah, let's get back to that.
So the other mangaka that's gone on hiatus, the mangaka for Kinnikuman, has announced they're going on an indefinite hiatus for knee surgery hospitalization. The series will be publishing a short spin-off manga, but we all really know that it's just because of what happened on Jujutsu Kaisen.
Do we get this? Do we get this in Plus?
I don't know.
I don't think we do.
No, Nikki, no one's healthy.
No, when it comes to mangakas, everybody is very sad, very unhealthy. They don't eat right. They don't exercise. They don't do all the things they're meant to do.
They kind of exercise, right?
I don't know. I feel like
these motions.
I need to go over there. I need to go over there and I need to slap them individually. Say, go touch some grass, guys. Just get out there, just for a minute, each day. Doesn't hurt.
Real life is overrated. Manga's where it's at.
No. It's not. You don't need to experience other people. You just need to experience like just physicality. Yeah.
I read my manga digitally now.
Yeah. Final Fantasy Brave Exvius gets a stage play. What? What?
No. What?
They're doing such stupid stuff.
What in the hell, bro?
I don't know, man. They love to do stuff like that. Oh, look, it's us.
This episode, along with the last one and the last one before that, and the next one after this one, is brought to you by Halftone Productions, Lady of the Swamp, a production brought to you by Logan Franche and Kieran Joch, along with lettering by myself. We're gonna make a spooky time.
We are gonna make a spooky time, and it's gonna look great.
Oh, you guys have already posted stuff up, right? So I can show us some of the pictures.
Like there's stuff all over the place. There's some production work, layouts, panel layouts, and stuff like that floating around now.
Getting it.
But this is gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Everybody loves horror.
Got some preview pages. Guy's gonna fix your car. Well, technically it's a bus, but
man, did you see? I sent that photo to you.
Yeah.
Damn, it looks creepy. Oh boy, have I been working on panels.
I'm so excited, my dude.
Yeah, it's looking really good, and I'm happy with the way things are laying out and the way they're looking. It's really going along well. So if you're really interested, follow the link. Jump on board with just notifications for the moment. The project doesn't launch till Halloween. But
doesn't cost you a cent.
It doesn't cost you a cent. If you just come on and follow this project, it's worth it to keep track of what's going on and how we're coping with things. On top of that, we've been backed. I mean, we've been backed by the government. Yep. The higher authorities have
deemed us worthy.
They have deemed us worthy to produce material.
So to explain what that means, so we got approved or accepted for Match Labs. So we take the project Kickstarter, pledge for $5,000. When we make that target, they then go, very good, chaps, and they match us and give us another $5,000 to help production costs and get everybody paid. And that's the government being like, you guys showed gusto, like
initiative.
Gusto. Here you go.
Provided us with entertainment.
Yes, good children, dads for me. Anyway, back to news.
Back to news. Oh, it's a thing that's Jujutsu. That's a nice cover.
Yeah, I got some covers for you, bro.
You know what? Go wait 1 second. I want to go back and I want to comment on those hands.
It's always the hands with you, isn't it?
Because they are exceptional hands. Almost exceptional. Yeah. They're really good. I do like them. There's just one thing that I don't like, but the rest of it is great. And anybody who's looking at it would notice it. But that knows about hands. I'm not going to mention it because if you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it because you haven't seen it, have you?
I might have.
There's nothing that's really standing out to you. No, it's not the left thumb at all. The left thumb's not doing anything for you.
My left or her left?
Your left. My left. Your left. My left.
But my left and your left aren't the same left.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
When we're looking at this screen, it's the same.
I think I've just confused myself. This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. What's wrong with it? She's a little derpy, but it's fine.
No, that's all right. Next page. I don't want to be that guy. I want to stop being that guy. Blue.
So these ones are getting the color and lead cover page next week.
I'll be honest, right? I was enjoying the first part of this series. I lost track of it after a little bit. I am excited when this thing gets animated. I think it's really going to peak out.
It's got to survive a couple of years, though, right?
At least 1 year.
It's good. It's nearly 2, right? Like you got to get to around the 50.
Yeah, I know, but it's already been running for a while. It's clearly the comedy that's happening in this is hitting home. People are happy with it, and what it's doing.
What are we up to with it?
I'm going to say we're in our 30s.
No, surely not.
I am so behind. Oh, dude, Beaten Motion. Are you up to date with Beaten Motion?
I am.
Cool. Talk about that later.
We'll talk about that. Yeah.
I'm having so much trouble finding it, man. Dude, I got so much.
25.
25. Oh,
chapter
I
25.
It would have been in 30s by now.
Not quite.
Okay. I don't know. I think it's got the right. Okay, so it's got the right kind of goof for the Japanese market.
Oh yeah.
And I say that because the goof is a little bit. It's a little left for me in the sense that it's just not quite hitting in center. I dropped it because the humor that they were portraying, it didn't hit with me.
Let's be honest. The reason you dropped it is because Kindergarten Wars is better.
Oh, it's 1,000 times better, but that's not the reason I dropped it. The reason I dropped it is because it started getting really wordy, like really wordy for a comedy, and I'm just like, it's just too much talking for a comedy, and I just don't have time for that. So I just kind of dropped it. I hesitated in dropping it, but I dropped it because I just didn't have time for it. But I'm excited for when it gets animated, and I feel like it will be. This is the thing. This will hit that mark, and it will be animated. Mark my words, it will be done.
It's kind of where I'm at with Shoujo Null, but I feel like I'm going to pick Shoujo Null back up again. I'm just like 4 weeks behind at this point.
It's a weird one.
Yeah,
it's real hit and miss with me. So some weeks it's like really good, and other weeks it's subpar.
It feels like it's having a little bit of an identity crisis in between chapters.
Yeah, it really needs to lean into that psychotic girlfriend kind of vibe that I thought
like
it was going for.
Yeah,
like Future Diaries kind of.
Yeah, like
that's what I was hoping it was going to lean into, but it just didn't. As much as I like. Now, 1 second.
These two are the other 2 titles that are getting color pages. We'll talk about Mama Yuya.
Yeah, a little bit later, I guess. But man, I've been really loving this series. I don't know about you, but this is it. I feel like this. I know it's probably going to be cancelled, but this is it. I'm saying that this is going to be one of those future projects. It's gonna travel for a long time. And
I reckon both of them are. We'll talk about that in a minute, though.
Yeah.
Bark.
Yeah, dogs get really hectic out this way. It's too many dogs.
Bruh.
Oh, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous cover.
And it's just
speaking of My Hero and the way things are done.
Oh man, it is
so I haven't read the latest chapter.
It's really cranking it up.
Yeah. I hope he's looking after himself still.
Well, yeah, I don't know, because everything's like production seems to have gone back up. Page count's gone back up. So I'm you okay, man? You doing all right?
Maybe his health has gotten a bit better, or he's worked out a proper balance. Because
Yeah.
that's the real challenge, is finding that balance between this and, you know, getting things done. That's, I'll be honest, not the best work I've seen him do, but it's a good representation of, yeah, that's a bit more him. Yeah.
He also got the Jump Weekly what do you call it? Cover page.
Is that cover page? Yeah, I was about to say cover page. Yeah. It's looking good. I can't wait till this finishes up. Honestly.
In the nicest way possible, right?
No, I mean, like, for him to finish this story and make it complete is going to be something extraordinary. So once this thing is done and dusted, it will be, you know, one of those historical moments. It'll be one of those series that people will recommend to kids in the future. It will be one of those series that, you know, just passes through time. Very much like Naruto, very much like Bleach, very much like, you know, all those series that have sort of passed through time. This is going to be another one.
I hate to be that guy. So long as he sticks the landing, I feel it I don't feel like it'll take away anything.
You can't stick the landing. You
can't
stick it.
Like, what do you mean?
It's impossible.
You can't stick it? No.
Because your stick landing is different to my stick landing. It's different to the guy down the street stick landing.
Yeah, but it could be a general.
You've got to understand. No, there isn't one.
Landing.
There isn't. There isn't one that exists.
It varies.
There is going to be,
series.
Once this ends.
Of course, everyone. No,
there will be
everyone's
a massive,
happy.
Freaking divide. I'm not fucking kidding. There's going to be this huge divide between people.
Yeah,
and they're going to be like, I love this or I hate it. There'll be no in between.
I get that, but then you've got series like Attack on Titan where 90% of people hate the ending, and in varying degrees, and you've got like 10% of people that's just like,
oh yeah, I got that. I see how that works.
Yeah, it was all right.
I don't know. Have you read the ending?
I thought it was adequate.
This is the thing. From okay, let's take a step back and say, from someone who writes a story and knows how a story works, is that how you would have ended it? Now, I get that this is in retrospect. This is in, you know, post.
It's a hard question because it's been months. I was reading it monthly.
Yeah. But if you were going to end the story, would it be much different?
Honestly, I don't really understand what people's problems were with it, because it was kind of...
Is it the weird time travel stuff?
I mean, people love that shit.
We do. We love that shit. There's plenty of people who hate time travel. Don't get it. They get confused. As soon as you say time travel, they go, "Whoa! There's a thing that we don't understand."
Like, I think it depends on what level you were watching or reading Attack on Titan. Because there was like 3 levels of enjoyment. It's similar to like Bleach, right? Where you've got your dumb action fun level of enjoyment. You've got your surface level where you dig down a little bit deeper and you got a little bit more going on. And then you've got the real deep dive shit, where you're like picking apart everything.
The guys that watch the anime only, the guys that watch the anime and read the manga, and the guys that watch the anime, read the manga, and do the research.
And watch YouTube videos that go longer than the actual source material.
So, psychotics.
Fuck, I fall into that for One Piece.
Yeah, you do a little bit. Man, when you obsess over something, it's just like...
You know, it's a problem when you subscribe to like 3 to 4 different channels for just one source material.
Don't worry, just a little bit of worry.
uh, that's funny. Oh, what are we talking about?
Back to Hero, My Hero. Okay. What do you think? How long do you think he's got?
Oh, wow, we were talking about Attack on Titan.
Yeah, for a moment. For a moment.
That's right. Yeah, the sticking of the landing. I
Yeah.
feel like he's going to though.
Do you think it'll be by the end of the year?
Right? Trusty, there's so much to get lost in.
Don't say One Piece.
I already said One Piece.
Oh, we've already gone on a tangent. Don't say One Piece.
Oh,
Don't.
but there is something that I want to talk about later.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Later. I don't know. No, I don't think it'll be finished. I don't think any of them will be finished by the end of the year. We've got what, like 10 chapters before the year's out?
You don't think My Hero could stick the
Nah.
landing in 10 chapters?
Nah. No, I don't think that any of them could wrap up in 10 chapters, or I'd hope that they wouldn't.
Yeah, well, we'll see. The future will tell.
This is nice cover page though. I like it.
It is. It's beautiful. His work just keeps getting better and better, and I can't wait to see what future projects he comes up with. Oh my god, more.
Yeah.
You sure it's not wrapping up?
I don't know about that one, man. That's Mission Yuzakura family.
Is it? Oh my god. Looks like some sort of wacky fucking My Hero cover.
It's a dojin.
Why?
It's to do with the green hair.
Yeah, I think that's weird. Threw me off.
But My Hero did get a lead color page.
Nice. Looking good. Yeah. Oh my god, the art is so beautiful.
Right? Oh, dude. The last few chapters.
It's just astounding. Because he's got this really cool, like, mesh between. I don't want to say American because it's not American.
But
it's European styling. It's
but
actually European styling over with. I know, I get that, but I suspect that a lot of the artists that he follows and a lot of the artists that he respects tend to come from a European background, which have a more traditional art background. And I say that because of the way he fills space is different to what the American artists do. Sorry, that's a very that's a really specific thing to say. But
how do Americans fill space, bro?
Look, okay. Okay. If you look at who's the middle guy?
That's All Might.
Yeah. Okay. If you look at All Might's arm and the way it's shaded, it's not filling. He's not detailing every single line that's in there. He's detailing the shadows that build the body of what you're viewing. So he's not actually detailing every component. He's just filling in the shadows, which allows your mind to fill in the space, which allows you to focus on the face so you can look at the face without having to complicate the rest of the image.
You know what I really like about
traditional art theology. That's the way things are working. You're focusing on the faces, but you've read the rest of your mind is filling in all the details of everything else.
There's a pretty picture.
The pretty pictures.
I like how All Might's design is come full circle.
I know. It looks really cool. It does look really cool.
He's emulating himself, or technically he's emulating Deku emulating himself.
which is kind of weird because Deku doesn't really look like him anymore.
No.
Deku is now so he's settled into his image.
Yeah, and now the mentor is reflecting the students.
Kind of, because he's had a sort of rebirth of who he is and what he represents. And I think Deku's heart and personality and drive has given, extra oomph to All Might's ideology. Words. They're so complex.
We got Cypher Academy page, color page.
I wish I could get into this.
I know.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It broke me, man.
Yeah, I just can't do it.
You can
like
do
the
this.
First page is like 2 minutes. Oh God, my God, I could do this all day. Seriously, there's never enough of this series. I love martial arts series. I do, like, astoundingly. I can't pass up a series that's martial arts, and this is hitting all the notes for me because the mangaka's balancing the action and the general voice work really well.
I get why Neru, the mightiest disciple or whatever it was, I get why it didn't succeed now.
It kind of fell over, yeah, because it couldn't find that balance.
Yeah.
Whereas this is finding that balance.
Oh, dude.
What is this?
I don't know. So this is Canvas Terror.
Just throwing something up there that we don't know. What did you say?
Canvas Terror?
Canvas Terror. I like the sound of that.
I don't know.
Are they performing some form of magic with their brush?
Potentially. Dude, it's just Chalk Zone, but the manga edition.
Terror isn't right. It's meant to be O-R, not A.
No, it's terror as in like Earth.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I was hoping for the other one.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we've actually got this one. Let me.
Okay, well, let's skip over it then. If we know nothing about it.
Well, it looked cool.
Can't exactly talk about it. It looks nice.
Yeah, there's
well, actually,
really
you know what? It's okay. It's okay. The legs look weird. The legs are too short.
All right. Listen here, buddy. That's enough out of you.
No. Let me be judgmental.
I don't want to judgy everything.
I want to judge stuff.
So the little quick bit of the One Piece thing that I wanted to talk about real quick. So episode 1015 has dropped in English dub, and I got to rewatch it again, and still by far my most my favoriteest. It's the best animated, hands down. Like, for a full episode, it is the one that is the best animated out of all the other episodes.
Just say the words.
Yeah, I know, right? I had a stroke.
Like 3 sentences that makes no sense.
So anyway, you know how we were talking about like episode 1070 was like gonna break it everything with its animation.
It wasn't a real thing. It was.
I mean,
it's a preceding animation.
Yeah, like there were moments in 1070, but 1015 is just like it encapsulates so much of what One Piece is leading up to that point. You could take that episode by itself, slap it down in front of someone, and be like, "Have a look at this." It'll kind of recap most of what you need to know. It looks incredible. It sets up so much. It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Chef's kiss.
yes. Yes. So 10:15 is the introduction point. So if you want to start watching One Piece now, 10:15 is where you want to
Yeah.
start.
Mhm.
And you'll know everything that's happened.
All that you need to, baby.
No, I find it hard to believe.
Yep. Luffy's gonna punch a dragon. That's all you need to know.
I feel like that's all this season is.
Bro, that's all it's been for a year. 10:15 is the
dragon and a girl playing the guitar. That's all I know about this series.
So the fight for Luffy and Kaido on top of the tower thing that you watched,
yeah,
starts at 10:15.
How long does it go for, man? How many issues? How many chapters are we talking?
They're up to 10. They're up to 10, like past 1070 now, and he still hasn't finished fighting.
Oh my god! I can't. This is why I can't do it. This is one of the reasons why I can't do One Piece. Is because
we need
it's
One Piece.
It's kind of like Dragon Ball, but more exaggerated.
No, you take that back. Although
you
it's
know what I mean, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's like Dragon Ball, but better.
It's more complex.
It's Dragon Ball,
Dragon Ball, but
refined.
complex. It's Dragon Ball with a bigger cast.
Yeah,
it's like if you smoosh Dragon Ball and like Bleach.
Bleach came out after One Piece.
I know, it's super weird, right?
All right. Yeah, I just think it was. I got to rewatch it recently and was like, man, everyone was hyping up 1070, but this right here, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to sit you down and show you that episode.
Nah.
You watch 1070 though.
Yeah, okay. Look, I will sit down and watch something. I love animation. Don't get me wrong. I will watch it for the beautiful animation, but that's about the extent of why I'll be.
Yeah.
You know, the team that they've had on board with this thing is just beautiful. You know, it's groundbreaking and wonderful. So anybody who loves animation should be watching it, but if you don't have to be a One Piece fan to enjoy it. This is the weird thing for this particular series of episodes is that you don't have to be a One Piece fan to properly enjoy what's happening, because you know the animation directors are phenomenal. The storyboarding guys are phenomenal. Everybody who's on board with this thing knows exactly what they're doing. So it's like watching the masters of the masters doing what they're meant to do. So if you enjoy animation, it's worth watching just for that alone. But if you want to get into One Piece, I would probably suggest starting back.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
At the live action, and then moving up from there.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I just remembered the only other episode I would pull out for you is the anniversary one that they did for.
There's a few things you pull out.
I know. I know. I said it. I'm like, oh, he's gonna. Yep, there it is.
Yeah. There it is.
They didn't what was the anniversary edition of episode 1 that was based on the one shot that Oda did.
Okay.
And its animation looks gorgeous as well. Like they pulled out all the stops. I think it was for like the 20 year anniversary.
Okay.
Shit's pretty.
Well, you would hope that 20 years down the track that they're gonna take their time and actually produce something that's exceptional.
It looks like One Piece Ghibli almost. More
I feel like
watercolory.
that shouldn't fit, but okay.
I mean, it's like a extended episode, slightly.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Well, I might have to have a look at it.
It's got that OVA feel to it.
Ooh, I love me an OVA. Like a really well developed OVA can
actually
make it.
That was the other thing with 1015. It felt like the age rating went up from like PG to like MA. Like there was a lot of blood. It was just like, I am really enjoying this, but damn. Did someone like lean off the censor button or something?
Look, maybe at that point they've gone, our viewership may have changed somewhere down the track, and maybe we should reevaluate.
100%. The next episode, it'll be back to being like G-rated.
Yeah, I know.
No blood.
I know.
Sanji's smoking a lollipop again.
Oh my god.
Actually, speaking of the live action, have you watched any more episodes? Because I've been slowly watching a couple here and there.
Yeah, how you finding it? I've seen a few clips and stuff.
It hurts.
I saw Sanji's intro, like
that's where I'm up to.
Yeah, the first time he's interacting with the crew, and I'm just like, I didn't actually mind that. It was kind of fun.
It just
the way he interacted with them.
The stuff that needs to get cut. I think what they've done is a fantastic job, but as a recently outed as a One Piece obsessed super fan, in this episode alone, no
recently?
other. Yeah, just this episode. Earlier, remember?
Yeah.
It just hurts a little bit. I'm like, nah, but how are they doing this plot point if they've cut all this? I don't understand how that. Whatever. I'll just shut up and watch.
How this system works. You know how the system works. You can't translate 100% across. And when it's like translating from manga to anime, you still can't translate 100% across.
Unless
they try, but it can't, because he's a mangaka that makes manga for manga. He doesn't make it for being turned into anime. Now you know the difference, right?
It's also like
100
chapters into 8 episodes, so it's like,
yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot that
I get it. I get it. It's just like
someone who hasn't seen that.
Yeah.
Someone who hasn't seen that. Separate that, right? Someone who hasn't seen it, and they're watching it for the first time. They're like, man, I love this Avatar movie. All the humor's being removed.
So, okay.
It's not that bad, right? It's not that bad.
No. It's honestly, it's doing a really good job. There's like certain choices that I'm like, why? Like,
further down the track, you'll find out why.
No, like there's like, so I just finished watching Syrup Village, so the introduction of Usopp, and they reshuffled things, downsized it a lot. So a lot of the cast members that are kind of meant to be in there get cut from both sides. So instead of a full pirate crew for the bad guy, it's just him and his 2 underlings.
What?
Yeah, and they changed the location. It's kind of a crew. No, it's a
No.
crew. Luffy was calling Zoro and Nami his crew. There was only 3 of
Yeah,
them.
they're crew members, but they're not a crew, right?
Schematics.
Yeah. Schematic
So and then
semantics.
well, the whole East Blue thing's meant to tie all in together, right? So Captain Morgan from the big axe hand dude, he's meant
Yeah.
to have been hypnotized by a character that was a crew on the bad guy from Usopp's village. He got scrapped from the live action altogether, but they still kept that connection. So I'm sitting there like, I don't fully understand
is
how
that a
you're going to
connection?
keep this connection without the hypnotist character. But all right, yeah, right. I don't understand how it's a small little thing, but I'm like, I don't understand why you're keeping
It's
this
not a
plot
small
point.
thing, though. You're stating that it's a plot point, and it's clearly a big plot point. It's not a small plot point.
Well, it might get cleared up in the next episode, but I'm just like, I'm sitting there like, I don't understand how you've kept this plot line without this pivotal character. I'm like,
I can guarantee you, when you watch the
it's
next
fine.
episode, they'll forget that it even was a
Yeah,
thing.
100%. And is it taking away
Sorry,
from
what
any
you
of
what?
the enjoyment I'm having for it? No, not really. It's just
No.
like shit like that I'm like, no, it's fine. But it's actually, as a whole, it's really good.
The only thing that's really annoying you is Usopp's nose.
I did actually mention that when I was watching the episode. I was like, but why can't he have the big nose? And the person I was watching it with was like, well, because they're trying to make it more realistic. I'm like, he's a dude made of rubber. There's fish people. Why can't he have his nose?
Yeah.
Why
yeah,
can't
give us
Sanji have
more.
his curly eyebrows?
Yeah.
Like, why were these weird lines drawn in the sand? I just want to know.
I think it's for production's sake.
But then they went
They
and
just
made
didn't-
full Den mushy fucking snail radio prosthetic puppets. But they can't put a
Yes,
nose
but
on a
that's
dude.
different. That's different from, a studio manufacturing those puppets versus a guy sitting in a chair for 8 hours while he puts makeup on to go
It's
onto
a
set.
nose. A prosthetic
It's a
nose.
very different thing. And you got to understand, he's got to do it for every scene. You can't just do it for one scene. He's got to do it for every scene. And not just
Yeah.
from now, but forever.
Yeah, but exactly. Good. They've got the
No.
fishmen.
Too much work. Too much work. Fishmen, are you really fishmen? Really?
I mean, we got to know. Oh, we didn't get to see Crocodile.
We do know that. What's a
Exactly. They could have just CGI'd it.
Yeah,
Would have been
you'd
fine.
know.
Or
You'd really
or
know.
Superman
You'd
with
be
the
so
beard.
obvious. In this current climate, they couldn't have done it.
What about
They couldn't have
Sanji's
done
eyebrow
it.
then?
No, they
It's
couldn't have done it.
It's just a swirly
No,
eyebrow.
not with the
Makeup.
standard that currently
It's
running
one-
and expected from CG. Maybe in the future. So future projects will be a different story after they've had their, their big hoo-ha at Hollywood. Things will be different, but at the moment, in its current climate, they can't afford to do it.
Probably right. I just want to argue.
It sucks bum, but
it
is
sucks
what it
bum.
is. Sucks bum.
I hope no one has that.
Just really need the hands.
Misophonia or whatever the noise thing is. It's like, anyway, getting off topic. What were we talking about?
There's like the phobia of noises. Is that what's going on?
It's
Okay.
like the ones that don't like listening to people eat or chew because of the moist sound.
Oh my god, I hate that sound.
Yeah,
Like I
it's got
don't
a
have a
name.
phobia on it. I just hate it. It's just
Yeah.
I can hear it from
Um.
a mile away. People slurping noodles, I can handle that. But when people are like, yeah,
Bro.
nah, I'm just
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. How are they going to explain the Vince smokes without the eyebrows?
I don't know. I don't care.
But yeah, no, it's good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
It's
also,
good.
they
What?
throw Zoro down a well for no reason.
Why not?
So he can have a flashback montage of his background story sandwiched in
Oh,
with
sweet. So they just
Usopp's.
covered like 25 manga volumes in one hit.
They just threw him down a fucking well. Also, they killed the butler, the sheep butler. He doesn't die in the manga, but he's fucking dead in the live action.
I don't know, man. All I know is that this is going to drive people to watch the anime and then go, oh my god, the anime is kind of lame. And then we'll eventually get to the manga.
I don't understand some of the choices. That's all. Overall, I really like what
I
they've
don't know.
done. I just sitting here going, it's not
I would
fucking right.
say, yeah, I'd say that a lot of the choices are producer made choices. Someone who doesn't know what they're talking about choices is what's going
Like
on there.
always.
Yeah. We love those choices.
So for those who are subscribed to the Shonen Jump Viz app, they've added new vault chapters for Moriarty the Patriot and Blade of the Moon Princess, which I'm really
Okay,
excited
so
to check this one out.
I had a bit of a view. I had a bit of a look. It's a lot
Yeah.
of words and a
Oh, is
lot
there?
of the same art. I mean, it's
Well, it's his
looks
work
okay.
before Spy
I
Family.
know, I get it, and that's what I mean. It's a lot of the same feel, and you can see where the Spy Family kicks in. So anybody who's a fan of Spy Family, definitely check this out because this is up your alley. This is definitely in your area.
Kind of just looks
I
like a
found
little
it,
yaw, doesn't it?
yeah, I found it rather okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just okay. It's not bad.
Really like the
It's not
I
good.
like the little title card they use for, like, not necessarily this one. This one's cool
The
too,
artwork's
but
the artwork's beautiful as always.
I think
You can't complain about the artwork. It's really really nice. His work is always clean and precise and very expressive and works well with the story. So I've got no complaints there. It's just the type of story that he writes and the type of content that he creates just doesn't go in line with what I like,
yeah.
which is weird. Like, I
Moving
like
on.
weird. Sorry. I like weird stuff. Not saying that it's weird that I don't like it. I just like stuff that's a little bit
All right.
askew.
Shut up. Stop rambling.
I love
Mama
to ramble.
Yu. I'm gonna get you rambling on Mama Yu.
Give me ramble on. Oh, man, I am loving this series. I know you're not really keeping up with it
What?
as much
I
as
am.
I am.
I'm up to date.
Are you? Are
That's what
you
I
up
did
to date?
instead of watching Seven Spellblades. I read all the manga and ran out of time. It's like shit.
Excellent. How are you finding it though?
I
Like
am
story wise, it
struggling
is
to
really
decide. Like,
whether
I
you
know
like it or not.
no, there's absolutely no reason that I have to decide which one's better. But I want to try and decide which one I like more out of the two newbies.
Why? Just because you can.
Yeah,
Can't you just like both of them?
yeah, but fight for my love.
That's a reference. That's a reference to some amphibia noir going on. Some
Oh, is it?
ideology.
I thought it was the old delicious eyeball meme.
Oh no. That's in reference to my reflection of your eyeball meme that you've sent to me.
Yes.
Yes. So very much. Look, I like both of them. I do. I really like both of them. If you were to force my hand as to which one I would choose,
You're gonna say Mama Yu, aren't you?
I don't know. I really,
Because
and the
Kagurabachi's already
reason
got like a
is because
video game and anime
yeah, I know,
and
but Kagurabachi
live action.
hasn't exposed enough of the world yet.
Mm,
And that's the problem I'm having with it. I'm like, I get it's got such a cool vibe.
yeah.
It's got like a
See, I
really
feel
cool vibe to it.
I 100% agree with what you're saying about Kagurabachi. My issue with Mama Yuya is the opposite. I feel like it's going too quick.
They're
Like,
pushing real quick, and then I feel like I understand why. So this is two very different titles at the same time. You're looking at a title that is slowly exposing its world and giving you a real relaxed, cool image that's going on.
I
Whereas you're
like
looking at something that is, you know, really in your face. It's a lot of energy
yeah.
in Mama Yu. Whereas Kagurabachi is a lot more relaxed and it's a lot more, let the flow of the story sort of carry you along.
I like that everyone's a comedian and he's just the only straight guy in the series so far.
Kind of. He
Like
is really straight line. Like
so far,
everybody, yeah.
everyone on his side of like the good guys, quote
But that's
unquote, so far,
that's the
they've all
reason
been
I that's the
stupid.
reason I
And,
love that character. Is because he's
yeah,
in that universe.
yeah.
If at any stage they remove him from that universe or he's, you know, some way taken away from that kind of environment, I'm going to lose interest in this story.
Yeah. It's
Like
weird
real
that you
quick.
like Mama Yu so much, seeing as
I
it's
know
like
it's really weird, isn't it?
it's basically an isekai with an isekai.
But it's like 1,000 isekais on top of each other.
They've headed into the isekai era.
So it's like, so you get, how you have isekais, right?
Well,
Someone
instead of
gets
to another world,
reincarnated
it's from
into
another
another world.
world.
Yeah, it's suddenly you're the world where everybody's coming to. It's the
Yeah.
reverse. It's yeah, and as things come to, it's really I find it really fascinating because it means that every time a hero comes into their world, it means that a demon lord has also come into their world.
Hmm.
So it's this bizarre combination of, are we gonna get something good? Or are we gonna get something bad?
Which one's the asshole?
Yeah. And they're just trying to work out what's what. And it's such a weird
So far,
tumbling
we're two
mess.
for two.
And I'm just waiting for our original OG, Demon Lord to come back into the story because she's taking
Yeah.
her time to come back in again. I feel like she will come back in again, but it's she's taking a sweet time to do so. I'm stoked for the next chapter. I just want to know what the hell's happening.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm almost at that point with Ichinose that I'm going to have to tell you to catch up. But
Oh,
leave
really?
it with me for a couple more weeks. At least next week. I
Oh,
feel like next
no.
week is going to be the tipping point of me being like, hey, you might want to catch up now.
Okay. Okay. Um, I went back and had a look at Ice. What's the Ice one?
Two on ice. Two on meth.
2 on ice. I went back to see if there was much change that had
Oh
happened
shit!
over
New Age
the past
Exorcist.
couple. It's been, yeah, I know.
We
It's
should
still
we should
gunning
maybe
along.
we should maybe jump back
No,
onto that.
no. I feel like we're neither of us are going to enjoy it. Yeah. So I jumped back into 2 on ice to see what was going on and see if the art had improved or the story had improved. And for me, no. Just
Pretty much
quick answer there.
where we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like none of it's actually sort of sitting with me really well. Martial Master Asumi MMA is just for me, it's been absolutely exceptional all the way through. The balance between action and story and character has actually been really, really good. I haven't jumped back on Icehead Guild to see where we're at, but I'm guessing we're ending.
I keep waiting to see it be like, oh, no new chapter next week. There it is, but the axe still hasn't come
There it
down,
is.
and I guess that's because no one can beat Gil when it comes to axes.
Is that what you think it is going on there?
Yeah.
Oh dang!
But
Oh man! Oh
Kaiju,
Mwah!
Trojan,
So as you
Jiangxi, and
finally
One
caught up
Punch
with
Man.
Kojin,
I've
sorry,
I've caught up
Jiangxi.
with
Sorry.
everything now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, but Jiangxi was just like it's getting like. I hope for some weird reason, I hope this is like a limited series. I want Jiangxi to be like 35 chapters,
Yeah, I was
45
gonna say
chapters.
like
I just feel like it just
somewhere
needs
around
to be
there.
that real big, strong burst of
Tight,
yeah,
confined.
really tight action that's happening, and then just finish off. And that would be I would absolutely love it.
I'm still
Beaten
really digging
Motion.
Wild
I
Strawberry.
actually I haven't read the latest chapter of Wild Strawberry yet. I have for Beaten Motion. That Beaten Motion looks really good.
Dude,
Wild
I can't
Strawberry
wait
was starting to lose me a little bit.
for Beaten Motion to get its anime. It feels really nice. I'm really digging.
It's going to have to bring on board some serious music talent
Yes.
to pull it through.
Oh, they should bring
Yeah.
Utter in. I'd like her to come in onto that. That'd be cool. And she's already done stuff with like One Piece, so it's possible. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I reckon she would fit for Nico at least. I don't know what sort of music
It's hard
the
because the music
friends.
the music you hear when you're reading the manga
Yeah,
is
true.
different to the music that I'm hearing when I read the manga, and one of us is going to be thoroughly disappointed when it actually happens. And I feel like it will. I feel like this will have, even if it's just a short run anime, like a 1 or maybe 2 season max. I feel like it'd be worth it. The character development's been really good.
It's been really tight.
Yeah.
I feel like they've balanced it pretty well where like between me being sick of watching Art Boy, I've forgotten his name, to then being like switching gears into watching Nico.
Switching between the music and the animation has been pretty solid. I feel like it's at the right time. They've just switched between the two.
I felt like they could have maybe brought forward Nico a little bit earlier, like maybe a chapter or two, but I can see that they just wanted to wrap up that little bit with animated dude.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
It's good. It's a cute little romantic drama. I'm really vibing it.
Yeah. I mean,
it reminds me of like gives me like Beck vibes. Not as punk or rock, but similar sort of like
It's nowhere near as complex, but it is. It's a nice little delve into the industry a bit more, and on both sides of the industry. So
It's probably
you're looking at
closer to Fuka.
yeah. He seems to be leaning more into the music vibe at the moment than the animation. Yeah. Quickly, seven Spellblades. Did you watch it?
I didn't. I apologize.
I will quickly give my overview of what happened. Was bad. Wasn't a bad episode.
Oh, I thought you said it was bad.
It was a pretty good episode. No, it wasn't bad. I feel like that you could literally start the series at this episode and still know what's going on. There's no complexity. It's just the entire episode is action, which is what makes it actually a watchable episode, because you get it's just battles. The whole thing's battles. They talk briefly about walking around the dungeon with a troll at the start, but they very quickly turn into just a bog standard action sequence, which is kind of fun because I must admit I kind of like the action sequences in it. It's not bad.
It's such a fumbled series.
I know, it's so dumb. The action's fun because you want magic and you want swords. Everybody wants magic and swords. There is not a person on this planet that doesn't want magic and swords. And when you combine those two things, you get cool action. They just fall over so heavily as soon as they leave that. As soon as it gets out of that circumstance, as soon as the characters interact, and this is okay. So during the episode, there is sequences where the characters interact and talk, and they need to remove those sequences.
Just have it as an AMV, just anime music video with cool ping pings and boom booms.
Every time I watched, every time I read like American comics and stuff in the past, and when I say the past, I read a lot of the stuff in the early 90s. They talked like
that is the distant
paragraphs. This is the paragraphs of text while they would throw in one punch, and I'm just like, what? And that's what this feels like. Like they're throwing a paragraph of text every time they go to do something, and then they'll do a bunch of stuff, and then suddenly you get someone's entire backstory smack bang in the middle of a fight. That's where things just get gross. But this episode, they have a little less of that, which is good.
Good, which is why it's not bad.
You're gonna watch it later. I know you will.
Yeah, well,
because I said it was okay.
All right, everybody. This has been episode 67 of Read This Way. Make sure to check out the pre-launch for the Kickstarter for Lady of the Swamp. Link in the chat, description, everywhere, comments. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on our videos. It helps us out a ton with the hungry algorithm gods. Help us grow the cult. Sacrifice your firstborn.
To our Lord
don't forget
and Savior.
Don't forget to ring that notification bell. And
That's right.
We'll see you next week at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.
What? 8 p.m.?
Yeah.
I guess.
We do it?
Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah. Usually? Every week? Wednesday?
Every week. Wednesday.
Am I always Brad when we do this, or am I sometimes
I'm
Logan?
pretty sure, but well, I guess sometimes you're Logan and sometimes I'm Brad. Yeah. Sometimes the other way around.
Kieran's gonna kill us. Bye.